Well, hello kids. Welcome to the Dill Learning Channel. Today we are going to learn how to work out a word problem. So we are going to learn about word problems, or some people like to say word stories. So we're dealing with subtraction today. So this is a subtraction word problem. Now, the very first thing that you must know how to do before you can even be able to work out a word problem is know how to read. So make sure you're practicing your reading. There's no way you can do a word problem without knowing how to read. So kids, make sure you're learning how to read well. The second thing you must know how to do is break down a word problem. If you do not know how to break down the word problem, you may come up with the wrong answer. So knowing how to break down a word problem is your absolute most important key to knowing how to get to that final answer. And that is what we are going to try to teach you today. So let's go ahead and read the word problem that is in this video. I will begin. There are 7 grapes on a plate. Jim eats 3 of them. How many are left? Now this is exciting because I love teaching word problems, because learning how to break down a word problem is the most important key to getting the answer for the word problem. I think I just said that earlier. So there are steps that you must learn how to do that will help you get to that answer. The first thing is you need to read the first sentence first. There are 7 grapes on a plate. If we read that again, there are 7 grapes on a plate. I like to circle the key words. The key word here is grapes. What are on the plate? Grapes. And then you must identify the number, 7. A word problem always has numbers that you must identify and the objects that are involved. Okay, so there are 7 grapes on a plate. Okay, we've identified the object that is involved in this word problem and the number. Now let's go to the second sentence. Jim eats 3 of them. There are clue words in here that will help you get to that final answer. We have another number, so let's underline that. And we know that Jim eats. He's eating 3. He eats 3. Okay? Last, you will read your concluding sentence, which is always a question. How many are left? Well, that clue word in there is left. So let's circle that. Left. And we know how many. How many are left? Now let's go back to the very first sentence. We have identified our clue words, 7 grapes. Now let's go to the second sentence. Jim eats 3. Let's go to the third sentence, or the question. How many and left? How many of those grapes are left? So let's break this down. I like to say break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. That's how I teach this with the other kids. Break it down. So let's break down the first sentence. There are 7 grapes, so let's draw 7 grapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's put a check mark. We have identified what's going on in the first sentence. Now let's go to the second sentence. Jim eats 3. Remember, this is subtraction. This is a subtraction word problem. So eats means taking it away. So let's cross out 3. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to put a check mark here. Now we can identify the question. How many are left? Well, let's put a box around how many are left. Now let's slowly break down everything that we did Let's put a check there because we did the last sentence, so that we can write out our number sentence. Let's go back to the first sentence. There are 7 grapes. So now we can take that 7 and write it on the first line. Jim eats 3. So now we could take the next number and write it on the next line. Let's stop right there. There are 7 grapes, 7. He eats 3. Eats means take away. So we have our symbol here, our subtraction symbol. How many are left? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's write that number next to that box. 4 are left. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Now we know the answer. 7. Take away 3 equals how many's left? And that is 4. We broke down this entire word problem. We know that there were 7 grapes. Jim ate 3, so we crossed out 3. We wrote it on the line. How many are left? How many's remaining? We put a box around what was remaining. 4. And then we wrote 4 on the line. That is your complete answer. Let's read that complete answer together. 7 minus 3 equals 4. Let's read that again. 7 minus or take away 3 equals 4. We just broke down the word problem. We got our answer, and you are awesome. So please continue to watch more word problems on our Dill Learning Channel. If you need more help, go ahead and rewind this or replay this video as many times as you need to until you get it, because everyone learns at their own pace. And remember to share the Dill Learning Channel with your friends. It is a nonprofit channel to help kids all over the world. So please donate at dillkids.org. Until next time, goodbye.